drive-by carry and a turnover, the first turnover of the game for the Falcons. And the Rams look to run and convert, and they get all the way to the rim. There's a bump and the foul, no foul call. And Amy Sheldon for the bucket. Sheldon for the second 2 points of the game.
Choctaw saw a lot of success yesterday scoring in transition. We've got to stay alert and get ready on defense.
Absolutely. Transition defense is the key, and limiting turnovers, as the second turnover now comes for the Lady Falcons, taken away by number 33 for the Rams. Alex Magera, shot up and no good. Rebound off to Carey, who looks to run, pushes the ball ahead to the corner. Brianna Hill out to Raquel Hunt at the top, back to Anae Atchison, and the offense will be reset at the top of the key as Anae is giving out information, and people are starting to move, looking at the horn look, looking to get into Brandy Harrod at the top. Screen comes from Raquel Hunt. Brandy stops and pops a 15-footer, no good, and the rebound to the Lady Rams, who lead now 4-2, 6 minutes into the remaining in the first quarter of play here.
Both teams starting the game playing man-on-man.
That is a signature defense as the Falcons deploy most of the time a man look, and this time it pays dividends. Brandy Harrod off on the rebound, off and running, shielding the defender, goes towards the rim, and she gets fouled. A foul on Alex Magera, her first personal, first team foul. And that's a good sign as Brandy is looking to be aggressively attacking the rim, knowing that she has mismatches there. And the ball out of bounds, inbounded by the Falcons, and a cut to the goal, and a nice cut by Raquel Hunt, and it results in another foul call. This foul's on number 44, Kaylin Wilson, last name Wilson. We'll go with that. Second team foul. Raquel Hunt at the line shoots two. The first one spins, uses all of the rim, and falls in. Awaits the second shot. It too is up and nothing but the bottom of the net. Tie score here as the Rams and the Falcons are all hooked up here. 5 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. Again, man-to-man defense as the posts look to cut, and the nimble-footed Falcons are everywhere, forcing a quick, tough shot. Brandy contests and rebounds, and again, Falcons are off and running. Brandy crosses over, wheels and deals, goes to the rim, stops, turns, and pops, and that shot won't fall. Rebounded to Hunt, who takes the ball out past the three-point line. And Anae Atchison on the floater, up and off the rim, and backboard no good. Rebound to the Rams. So good looks for the Falcons early on. They're just not falling right now, as they're all tied up here with 4 minutes and 51 seconds. And the ball taken away by the Falcons on a good contested defense.
I mean, the Wassos found a way to get into the paint almost every possession. They just haven't found a way to get it to fall in the basket as Rihanna Hill gets the jumper to go down.
A nice little 18-footer that fell, nothing but the bottom of the nets, as the Falcons take a 2-point lead here. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. The John Nobles Invitational two-day tournament, as this now is a round-robin affair for the Lady Falcons, as there are only 6 lady teams in the field. This positioning game for today, as the Falcons need to get a win here to be able to play later in the afternoon. The loser of this game will play tomorrow at 1 p.m. Falcons offense is very deliberate, moving side to side. Brandy Harrod at the top, looks for the cutter, and Hill. Brandy brings the ball out, resets as the offense now looks for screen the screener. Ball out to Hill again. She's pressured by number 33. A lot of contact there, and a foul finally called on Alex Magera, her second personal foul, third team foul for the Lady Rams. Substitutions into the game for the Rams, number 22, Maddie Hill, and number 32, Armani Tees. 6-4 is the score, 3:43 remaining in the first quarter play. Falcons inbound the ball opposite the table. A cutting Anae Atchison goes up, throws the ball up, and it goes in as she was got to the goal there. And Coach Woodard's not liking what she's seeing. She takes an early timeout. Looks to be a 30-second timeout. So let's talk about keys to the game while we got a chance here as we came on to the air right at game time. Keys to the game, Jamin. Tell me what you're thinking as keys to the game for the Falcons.
Well, rebounding is going to be a big factor because Owasso, like I mentioned a few plays ago, I mean, they're getting in the paint pretty easily. They're putting up quick shots, but they're not getting them to fall, so you don't want to give them any chances to get second opportunities.
Absolutely. Limit the number of opportunities they have, rebound the ball well. And the big one that jumps out for me is limit turnovers. Limit turnovers. The Falcons were guilty, as we noted on last night, for turning the ball over 25 times by my count, my statistics, 25 times. And they're doing a pretty good job of this, maintaining possession of the ball now with 2 turnovers to their credit here now with 3 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Keys to the game brought to you by Marissa Berry Insurance. Call Marissa Berry to help you with all your insurance needs at 405-547-0595. Marissa Berry Insurance Agency. Back to action here. The Owasso Rams out of the timeout go to the rim, and they get the runner in the person of number 32, Amari Tees. Her first 2 points ties the ball game back up at 6 points, and the Falcons answer quickly down the court as Anae got to the rim, and the ball did not fall, and the Falcons find themselves back in defense.
I mean, for a point guard, I mean, she has such a great handle. She can find her way into the paint just as easy.
Ball turned over in transition. Raquel Hunt to the rim, shot no good, and the Falcons are ball hawking here as Hill, with that signature Euro, is able to get 2 more points for the Falcons, who now lead 8-6 in the early going here at the John Nobles tournament second day action. Correction, 10-6. Patient offense by the Rams as a 20-foot shot goes in for them. Number 22, Maddie Hill, takes the long 2-pointer to draw closer to 8-10 in favor of the Falcons. And they actually up top calling out the signals for the Falcons as they look to get into a half-court set. Screen the screener, Brandy Herrod up, and ball tipped away as the Falcons will retain possession. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. Substitution in the game for the Falcons as Imani Atchison came to the table, and the referee said nope, she couldn't come in. Falcons retain possession. Ball inbounded deep in the corner, and that's a turnover as the ball was tipped off of Hill, as indicated by the official Jackson. And so third turnover in the first quarter for the Falcons, who lead 10-8 with 2 minutes even remaining in the first quarter play. Rams bringing the ball up. Number 33, Alex McGarrett, with 2 personal fouls, is handling the ball for the Rams. Deep into the corner, ball tipped away by the Falcons, and possession will be retained by the Rams. So Owasso is out of the Tulsa metropolitan area, a 6A school. They've been noted for playing in District 6A1 football, and a very athletic school, a very picturesque campus. If you've never been there, it's worth going up and taking a look at how the East Side schools, instead of splitting into multiple schools, they will just build more campuses. As the shot and the rebound goes up now, number 22, Maddie Hill, for her second 2-pointer, and ties the game all up at 10 points as the Falcons quickly into the front court. Brandy Herrod jump stop steps, and there's a foul called as she's grabbed to the despair of the Owasso faithful, and number 20, Sarah Yoakley, her first personal foul, 4th team foul in the first quarter here for the Rams. Ball inbounded to Brandy Herrod and taken away. Another turnover.
Yeah, taking a chance there on that inbound pass, trying to get it quick to Brandy Herrod, but.
And snowbirding back for the Rams, number 22, Maddie Hill, who's coming, lighting a fire under the Falcons. Here she's got 6 points now. Brandy drives and kicks to the corner for Hill, who knocks down a 3 for the Falcons. The first 3-pointer of the night on the first shot of the night, which is a good sign. If you can see those go in, there's a confidence builder for the Falcons.
Right, and these Lady Falcons don't take too many threes, but they're knowing the competition they're playing. That's a great job knocking down that open 3, staying aggressive early in this game.
And it will make the defense become honest. If you can knock down those shots with any regularity, the defense has got to play you, and that will open up things for Brandy to drive and penetrate to the middle and be able to get to the basket, to the rim. Turnover by the Rams. leads to a run-out layup attempt. No good, as Hill had too much sauce on it. Came off the rim. 35 seconds remaining, and the Rams are pushing. And the dish kick over to Matty Hill again for now another 2 points, as the Rams take a 1-point lead here, driving down late here in the first quarter of play. 19 seconds on the clock. Into the corner, back up top to the 15-foot mark at the elbow for Brandy, who wheels and deals and drives to the rim and is able to get that to go down.
Great patience by Brandy Harrod getting to the basket.
And she's got the skill set to be able to get her anywhere she wants to go onto the basketball floor. She's just got to believe she can get there. As a foul is called here, on a reach-in foul on number 3, I believe.
Foul on 3, Brandy Harrod. Shooting for the Rams, 13, Selden Stover.
Yeah, first foul on Brandy Harrod that results in free throws for the Rams. The first shot is up and no good, taken by number 13, Selden Stover. That foul by Brandy Harrod was the first team foul of the quarter for the Falcons, which is a very good look. And that's the end of the first quarter, where the Falcons find themselves with a 1-point lead, 15-14, over the Owasso Lady Rams here at the second day of the John Nobles Invitational Tournament. Dwayne Doolittle, Jamin Dawson, Langston Shirley here, putting things, the signs and sights and sounds together, making us look and sound as good as we possibly can here on this early afternoon game here from the John Nobles Tournament on the campus of Moore High School. So, Jamin, we've seen one quarter where the Falcons look like they're getting it together, have it together, no jet lag, no hangover from last night. They've got their legs about them. The starting lineup was a little different tonight than it was on last night, as Brandy starts the first half and comes into the game, as well as Anae, the 2 starters that did not start last night, started today, and it paid dividends as the Falcons have a 1-point lead here this morning over the 6A foe in the presence of the Owasso Lady Rams.
Yeah, these Owasso Lady Rams, I mean, like we mentioned, number 9 team in the state, and they've got to find an answer for Maddie Hill. I mean, she seems to have a good all-around game so far. We've seen her hit an elbow jumper, getting rebounds, putting it right back up. Seen one where she got a rebound on that left block, and she just quickly got a spin, got right to it. So she's very skilled.
Yeah, she will also snowbird on you. I've seen her go set up in the paint and wait for the ball to come in, and she's been the recipient of a few easy looks and has been able to see things go down. Out of the break, Owasso Lady Rams have the ball on a side-to-side offense and a backdoor look, as that left things wide open for number 20, Janelle Austin, as the side-to-side movement caused a little problem for the Lady Falcons. The quarter recap brought to you by First Security Bank. First Security Bank looks to make all your dreams of owning a home or business come true, as Brandy Harrod goes to the rim on the dish from number 2, Hill. First Security Bank looking to make all your dreams come true. Contact them at 405-424-4341. First Security Bank, FDIC member, and an African-American owned bank. Ball last touched by the Falcons. Inbounded by the Rams in their front court. Number 13 looks to go towards the rim. A left-handed dribble, looks for the trailer, and Brandy Harrod is there to clean that up on the block. And the Falcons are off and running in the front court. Carey goes in, scoops, and shoots. No good. Hunt back up with a follow. And for her first made basket of the night after 2 first free throws in the first quarter. And the Falcons lead 19-16. Their biggest lead of the night is a 3-point lead, as Falcons are all over the floor and the Rams retain possession and now finally turn the ball. Nope, last touch by the Falcons.
Yeah, that was Raquel Hunt. I mean, that's one of the freshmen on this team. I mean, she's making a big impact. I mean, great soft touch over here on the basket.
Making an impact, this young team, only 2 seniors. Anae Atchison and Rihanna Hill, the 2 seniors for the Lady Falcons, as Carey is late coming across and picks up a foul. The buckets will be good, scored by number 44, Wilson. Her first 2 points of the night. She'll get the old school look on the 3-point attempt to tie the score, to attempt to tie the score at 19. The free throw is up, and the free throw is no good. And tipped and rebounded by the Falcons. Anae Atchison on the full court pressure, cross court to Hunt, who looks to move the ball across the timeline and does into the front court. Brady Harrod at the 15-foot elbow, short on the shot, and the rebound goes to the Rams, who trail by 1 point with 6:09 remaining here in the second quarter of play from the John Nobles Invitational Tournament. One of the older tournaments in the state, as this tournament is going as a nice wheel and deal by number 32, Amari Tees, as she teased them there off the backboard for the Rams to take a lead. This tournament in 1991 was renamed from the Moore Invitational Tournament to the John Nobles Invitational, who was a longtime coach here at Moore High School. John Nobles is inducted to the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, Coaches Hall of Fame, and the National Coaches Hall of Fame, as Rihanna's shot is blocked by number 35, McKenna Yoakley, and the Rams look to run on another foul on a reach-in, and 2 shots will be forthcoming as we await the information as to who the foul was on. Number 4, Raquel Hunt, her first personal and second team foul of this quarter. Number 13 at the line, Selden Stover for the Lady Rams, and that shot rims out. No good. Substitution into the game for the Falcons. Number 5, Imani Atchison, replacing Hunt, out of the game for the Rams. Number 20 and number 20, Janelle Austin. Second shot up, and it is good by Stover.
And Stover's really giving that front court problem. She's very quick off the dribble.
Makes a lot of heady moves there. A very patient offense being deployed by the Rams as they're looking to pack things in, as they have not had a three-point attempt today. And so their game plan is to get it packed in and beat the Falcons on the outside, or the inside, as Hill takes her a 3 and knocks it down. A good-looking stroke there, and it's just what the Falcons needed to take a 1-point lead here with 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. So question and answer, as the ball is being turned over by the Rams, and will go to the Lady Falcons. The third turnover by the Rams in the game, first of this quarter. 4 turnovers for the Falcons in the game, none this quarter, which is a good sign as we're nearly 3 minutes into the second quarter. Brandy at the high post, looks outside to Hunt. Hunt takes a long 3, shot no good, rebounded by the Rams, who are looking to run, and the Falcons need to get the ball stopped here as they were getting everywhere they wanted to go. Ball temporarily lost by Tees as she regains it on a cutter coming around on a circle offense, motion offense. Falcons still in the man-to-man defense as they're looking to pack the ball into the post, and the post player reverses the ball out for a 3-point shot. That shot's no good, and it's rebounded by the Falcons. Hunt up to Carey, crept up to Hill. Hill goes up, and Atchison's everywhere and throws the ball off of a Owasso Ram player, as the Falcons will retain possession.
And that's the type of player she is. She's a scrappy defender, and you see there with the heads-up play, getting that ball to hit off the defender.
You don't always see her numbers have big numbers in the scoring thing, but she impacts the game in other ways. And a lot of college coaches will be looking for that, as they have the scorer. We just need someone to accent that. So I've got the steak. We just need someone to season it, if you will, for all you cooks out there, as the ball is run out, and number 22 and a foul by Anae Atchison, an unnecessary foul, as Maddie Hill takes the 2 and makes the 2. Anae picks up her first personal foul.
I mean, right, one of those unnecessary fouls, because fouling is going to be a big factor in this game.
Yeah, just take the ball out of the net and inbound it for your team. Maddie Hill's at the line to shoot 1. And it is up, and it's good. 24-22 is the score here, as the Rams have a 2-point lead. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter play. And they again gives out information as we're looking for cross screens up top. The screen and roll into Hunt. Hunt looks for Imani. Imani can't corral the pass, and that's a turnover for the Lady Falcons. So I had the opportunity last night after last night's game, to talk to Coach Kelly, who was happy to see that his girls competed, knowing that they were playing a top-ranked, very poised and disciplined team he was glad to see that they were just there and competed, as he knew the game score could have been worse. As Maddie Hill wheels, deals, goes up, no good. Rebound to Brandy Harrod, who looks to bring the ball up, and she's still moving at the three-point line now, looks to dish to the corner, and that's a turnover.
Tried to get a little no-looker there going, just a little too fancy. Maddie Hill goes up again, doesn't get the foul.
Yep, Maddie Hill shot blocked by Brandy Harrod, who didn't give up on the play, and the Falcons are down into the front court. Anae looks, wheels, deals, looks to go up, and she'll get a call here for her as number 33, Alex Magera, gets her third personal foul, which is significant. Anae Atchison will be at the line to shoot 2 free throws on the third personal picked up here in the first half. Mark that down, 2:57 when Magera picked up her third personal foul.
Yeah, Magera, starter for these Owasso Rams, getting substituted now for Selden Stover.
First shot by Anae is good. Awaits the second. Goes through ritual, warm up, and the shot is no good. Rebound to the Rams, who look to go running. Patience offense brings the ball out to the top of the key. Man-to-man defense looks to split. Boom, and backdoor not available. And the floater by the Rams, no good. Maddie Hill is there again, and she's doing everything for the Rams right now as they lead now 26-23, a 3-point lead for them. Their largest lead of the game. And it's been a 3-point lead both ways. It's been the largest lead. Falcons patient out above the key and look to pack it in to Atchison, and there's a turnover for the Lady Falcons. Rams into the front court, look to go all the way. Blocked by Brandy Harrod. A run out by Rihanna Hill. Rihanna Hill stops, pops, take the 18-footer, no good. Imani is there for the rebound, looks, and she turns the ball over.
All right, that jumper by Rihanna Hill just knocks right out. Imani Atchison trying to keep it alive. Pass just a little too short.
Yeah, no, it's a lost art. Bounce pass is a lost art in this game, as I don't remember very many bounce passes. Everything is a chest pass, and I'm telling you, you can beat them with a bounce pass.
Absolutely. It's almost like the bank is closed in today's game.
Pass inside to the big person, big girl. Foul on the play, Brandy Harrod, her second personal foul. Number 35, McKenna Yoakley will be at the line shooting 2 free throws for the Lady Rams. 1 minute 37 seconds before halftime here. On day number 2, the John Nobles Invitational Tournament, Dwayne Doolittle, Jamin Dawson, Langston Shirley, as the ball bounces, and falls in for Yoakley. That's for her first point in the game today. Substitutions into the game for the Falcons. Number 40, Neve Marzette, comes in for Brandy Harrod, who has 2 fouls with 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining for halftime. Coach Albert doesn't want her to pick up that third foul. The shot is up, and it is good for Yoakley. So a 5-point lead now for the Rams, the largest lead either way of the afternoon in this first session, girls game of the session here today. Multiple games to follow from the corner. Hill shot no good. Reminder that the Millwood Falcon men's team plays this evening at 5:30. Another turnover here by the Rams as the Falcons, and then the Falcons turn it back over to the Rams, who go up. Shot no good. And the rebound again by the Rams, who are punishing us on the board now. McKenna Yoakley, her first 2 points, pushes it out to a 7-point lead here with under 1 minute to play. And Coach Albert has got to find some offense as the Falcons turn the ball over again on a backcourt violation. So 137 when Brandy Harrod went out of the game, and there was a 5-point lead now at 7.
Right, we got to finish strong. I mean, one of the keys to this game that I had mentioned earlier was the rebound. You allowing Owasso Rams to get offensive rebounds, and a player like Maddie Hill, I mean, even if she gets, one attempt and she misses, she has the skill to get a rebound and put it right back up. We've seen her do it a couple times today already.
Yeah, we got to get a block out here. Timeout on the floor. This is an A+ Lawn Services timeout. Would you like your home lawn or business lawn to look green, full, and healthy? Then call the professionals at A+ Lawn Service. My owner Milo Wilson and his staff will take great care of you. Just call for an appointment today, 405-535-5139. I'm thinking about calling Milo for my lawn. But if he gets that lawn where I've got to cut it all winter long, then he will be fired. He will be fired on a cold Friday afternoon here at the John Nobles Invitational Tournament as the Falcons take a timeout here to reset the defense as they are being outboarded here by the taller Lady Rams. Rams into the front court, 46 seconds. Patient to go for one shot here as the Falcons now have gone to a zone defense as the Rams now look to move the ball around the horn. A skip pass and a reset to the top of the key. Patiently waiting here, 2-1-2 defense, and they're looking to exploit as they get the ball in deep, and the Falcons are there, and a foul is called on the play as the rebound came the Rams' way. Foul is on number 2, Brianna Hill. Her first personal foul, fifth team foul of the quarter on the Lady Falcons. Number 20 at the line for the Rams. Austin's shot is up and it's good. Awaits the second. The second shot is good also by the left-handed Austin. And now the Falcons trail by 9 with 11 seconds remaining here as they're looking to close out the quarter with a bucket. Moving the ball around the top patiently. Anae has it, looks to go around and dribble her, and she gets her shot block and runs over as the time expires. No foul called on the play, and that's halftime where the Falcons trail now 23-32 over the Lady Rams of Owasso. You're listening to Millwood Athletics, sponsored by SSM Health, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. Our halftime is brought to you by the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. We'll be back on the other side with more information for you and tell you more about what's going on and what you can expect in the second half. Again, you're listening to Millwood Basketball, sponsored by SSM Health, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll be back on the other side.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I'm great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood Enrichment Foundation president, also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Enrichment Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal. And you have a great day.
Thank you.
And once again, back at halftime here, sponsored by the Millwood Enrichment Foundation here on the second day of the John Nobles Invitational Tournament here at halftime, where the Lady Falcons trail 23-32 to the Owasso Lady Rams. The Millwood Enrichment Foundation is a vital piece in raising funds for students and teachers. They're attempting to raise $25,000 to take care of their own through scholarships. To make a positive difference in investing in the jewel institution of Millwood Public Schools, you too can be a part of this progress and process. You can make a Cash App donation at Cash App sign Millwood Enrich OKC. That's Millwood Enrich OKC Cash App. You can give generously, 5, 10 reoccurring gifts. You can do it all to the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. And understand that the money you give goes to the students and the teachers, not to athletics. So at halftime here, the recap brought to you by First Security Bank. Leading scorers for the Millwood Falcons, Rihanna Hill has 10 at halftime, followed by Brandy Harrod with 6 points, 4 points for Raquel Hunt. The big score leader for the Lady Rams, Maddie Hill with 13 points, 5 points in the second quarter, as she had 8 in the first quarter. And she's got some help from several other players, none in double digits, but she's the piece that the Falcons need to solve here coming out in the second half, as she's had her way on the boards, in the paint, and at the rim. So as we look to come out, we'll see the adjustments that Coach Albert has dialed up for the Lady Rams going forward. Turnovers in the game for the first half, the Falcons had 10 turnovers. The Rams had 4. And so, again, the turnover bug is biting the Falcons in a mighty way. Not as strong as on yesterday. However, there were some timely turnovers that led to this substantial lead of 9 points that contributed to that along the way.
Right, it was a 2-point game right before halftime, maybe that last minute, and Owasso stretched the lead. We've got to do a better job denying these Rams out of the paint.
Yeah, rebound and second chance points have come at a premium for the Lady Rams, as they've had their way going over and above on the offensive boards here. Starting lineups for the second half: number 2, Hill, 24, Carey, number 3, Harrod, number 1, Atchison, and number 4, Hunt for the Lady Falcons. It'll be Lady Falcon basketball. McGarrah with 3 fouls is on the floor for the Rams. Selden Stover, number 35, McKenna Yokley, number 20, Janelle Austin, and number 44, Wilson, as the shot by the Falcons is short and the rebound is off to the Lady Rams. Rams look to get into the half-court set. The ball handler pestered by Anae Atchison, who switches off as the primary defender out top. And the big girl drives, pulls the defense to the other side of the floor, and she's able to score.
All right, being able to draw in 2 defenders is one of the things that's killing the Falcons right now, as they get a quick bucket.
So the backside help comes over to cut off the drive, and that person slides down into the paint as another turnover here out top leads to a run-out basket for the Rams, number 44, Wilson. So right out of the back, the Rams have scored 4 additional points, take the lead now to 13 points, the largest deficit that the Falcons have faced in this game. Ball on the wing to Harrod, looks out to the top to Hunt. Hunt looks to dish the ball in to Atchison, and Anae cannot corral it. It's a turnover and a run out again, number 44, Wilson. So the first 6 points go to the Rams on a 6-0 run here. And the turnover bug again has manifested itself in such a way that the Falcons are unable to stop the proverbial bleeding here. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Millwood Basketball, sponsored by SSM Health, Love's Travel Stops, and Country Stores. We'll be back on the other side.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
And once again, welcome back inside the field house here on the campus of Moore High School, John Noble's Invitational Tournament on PPBC TV. Dwayne Doolittle, Jamin Dawson here with you. This timeout recap brought to you by A+ Lawn Services. So a 6-0 run to start the second half by the Rams has pushed the lead up now to 15 as the Falcons are still searching for answers here in the second half of play, looking for their first basket and have not been successful with that. 2 turnovers in this first 1 minute and 30 seconds as the Falcons now looking in to press the ball in. Ball dumped off to Hunt. Hunt out to Carey. Harrod flashes. Hunt to Hill. Hill looks to go. Turns middle, finds Carey out at the wing. Carey goes in and drives into a brick wall. McKenna Yokley.
Great job, Brianna Hill tipping that pass from behind. Almost gets the steal.
So tenacious defense all over the place for the Falcons as the big girl looks to drive in, and she's cut off by Carey, and the Rams will reset the offense. Hill in defense. Brandy Harrod comes over. Might have gotten away with a travel there, and shot no good. Hunt on the rebound, pushes it up to Brandy. Brandy has a lane to the rim, goes in, scoops, and cannot score. A late foul call on the play as that was going to be possession consequence. And number 33, Alex McGarrett. McKenna Yokley, number 35, her first personal foul, first team foul of the half, as official Jonathan Jackson has some explaining to do to Coach Kendall. Brandy's free throw is no good. Waits the second as she backs out, goes through her motions.
And that's defense turning into the offense. I mean, that's a great job by the Falcons, staying home, getting in front of the defender, hands up, not fouling, getting the ball back to go make a run in transition.
Brandy's free throw is no good. And the Falcons are still looking to score here, their first points of the second half.
And the Wausau Rams spacing the floor pretty well as that layup goes out from J.L. Austin.
Yeah, just a little breakdown there as the ball is tipped away into the front court, out of bounds. We'll go to the Falcons. Checking out of the game, number 35, McKenna Yokley. Also into the game for the for the Rams, number 32, Amarion Tees. Ball inbounded to the Falcons, and they on the wing, Carey, boom, takes a long three and knocks it down for the first 3 points of the half for the Falcons.
And the first points for Carey. Carey, she had 9 points last game in the first half, and this is her first shot attempt from 3. It goes in.
Maybe that'll be the start of something good for her as she's seen something go in as the backdoor play again. It catches the Falcons sleeping. Janelle Austin for 2. Foul on number 4, Hunt. Her second personal foul. First team foul of the third quarter. Austin at the line shoots 1. Free throw is good. (41-26) is a lead here as another 3-point shot is taken by the Falcons in the person of Hill, and Hill can't make it, and ball last touched out of bounds by Harrod. Full court pressure coming from the Falcons. 1-2-2 trapping full court press as the Rams bring it up and turn the ball over. Their first turnover of the second half. Ball goes to the Falcons, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So stop score is the order of the day for the Falcons here as they move the ball side to side on the perimeter. Carey to Hunt.
And they're doubling Brandy Harrod almost down there. She's calling for the ball.
Rams in a zone defense. 2-1-2 look, 3-2. As a forced shot, Brandy's able to get the rebound and puts it in for her first 2 points of the second half. 41-28 is the score in favor of the Rams. Full court pressure again deployed by the Falcons. It worked the first time. Will it work again? And the ball never hit the floor, and they were able to score an uncontested free throw. Austin, just like they drew it up. On the board, Brandy Rod takes a long 3 from the left side. Shot no good. Rebounded by the Rams.
Falcons now putting up quick shots. I mean, back-to-back possessions, quick threes.
Foul in the backcourt, Mariana Hill, her second personal foul, second team foul of the second half. That's one of the luxuries this Russell Ram team has, is they're running in multiple substitutes, as the Falcons' substitution pattern is not as frequent as the Rams.
All right, this is a championship level team, and one of the keys to making a run in the playoffs is having good depth.
A long three, shot point shot, number 23, Sarah Yoakley, whose sister is on this team as well, knocks down a three-point shot.
And Alex McGarrett gets in that pass lane quick to deflect it.
Ball tipped away by the Rams as the Falcons will retain possession. 46-28 is our score. 3 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play here at the John Nobles Invitational Tournament on a ball that's last touched by the Owasso Rams. Coming up later this evening, the Millwood men's team will face the host Moore Lions on a game that promises to be an up and down pace as another turnover comes by the Falcons, and they push to the rim by the Rams on a 3-on-1, and the Falcons are there in defense as Brandy Harrod goes for the scoop and no score, and then a run out basket towards Maddie Hill, and she scoops and gets the foul call as she'll be at the line shooting two, waiting to see who the foul was called on, and it appears to be on Anae Atchison, her second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the Rams, number 22, Maddie Hill, who can miss shots as she misses her first free throw.
And, I mean, that play doesn't happen if Alex McGarrett doesn't get in there and get that steal. Throws it right back into play.
Second shot, no good, and tipped away by the Rams. You almost get the sense that these girls know each other real well. They know their tendencies. I'm not sure as the makeup of the team. They are not a senior-heavy team. 6 seniors on this team, on the roster, on the 15-person roster. Brandy Ross from the left, right wing at the elbow. No shot, no good. And it's rebounded by the Rams. And as the ball handler dribble goes to the floor, the ball's tied up. And the Rams will retain possession with 2 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play here, the John Nobles Invitational Tournament. And so you may be asking, who is John Nobles? Well, John Nobles was a longtime coach here at the Moore High School, who finished with a record of coaching the Ladies Lions team with a record of 497 wins and 121 losses. Made 9 state tournaments and won 3 state titles. A three-point shot up for the Rams. Not sure who made that, but it was a good three-pointer.
That was Amarian T. She hasn't taken a lot of shots, but she hasn't really had that many minutes, but she's a strong player, great dribble.
Another one of those role players that are being deployed by the Rams as Coach Woodard gets all she can and maximizes all the effort or the talent. Ball taken away by Brandy Harrod at the rim, and she scores.
That was Sarah Yoakley there to get the steal, but Brandy Harrod said not so fast. Gets her own steal and puts it back up for 2.
And each team is credited with a turnover, and 2 points for the Falcons, who are on defense now, looking to a man-to-man defense, and the ball is in the paint again as 22 Maddie Hill looks to go it up, and the rebound goes off to number 32, Tees, and she's fouled by number 24 of the Falcons, Reagan Carey. Her second personal foul, 4th team foul. Free throw by number 32, Tees, is no good. She awaits the second. So the fouls are starting to mount up for the Falcons. 4 team fouls to 1 team foul here in the third quarter of play. The second shot by Tees is up, and it is good.
You're right. You like to see the fight in Millwood, but you got to play poised and you got to lock down so you don't foul, because they've proven they're going to cash in at the stripe.
Yeah, they're getting beat on backdoor cuts, ball movement. Brandy Rod takes a long three, shot no good off the rim, and it's rebounded to the Rams. Falcons still in full court pressure, man to man. Ball to the wing, out. Hunt in defense. Swung the ball over to the side, boom, back to the corner. 22's a shooter, no good. Rebound, Carey. Looks to run, gets the ball out to Anae Atchison, and Anae takes the floater, and she gets bumped. And the shot does not fall. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Fouls on number 22, Maddie Hill, her first personal foul, second team foul. Anae Atchison at the line will shoot 2 free throws. The first shot for Anae is up and no good. Anae goes through a pre-shot ritual. Dribble, spin, shot. And it finds the bottom of the net.
Most players have a ritual. I mean, it's time to show a little personality, but it's meant to lock you in and compose yourself to knock down.
I think they call that Riz, right?
Something like that.
Got that Riz, yeah.
Let me find out you know something, dude.
Yeah. They're standing on business right now, dog. Standing on business. 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter as the Rams are looking content to dribble out for the last shot. Ball to the wing for a wide open 3-point look. That's no good. Misses everything. And the follow by number 20, Austin, on the rebound, and that's going to end the quarter. And the score at the end of the third quarter play, it's 52 for the Rams, 31 for the Lady Falcons here on this John Noble's Invitational Tournament. We'll take a quick break, come back and recap the quarter. You're listening to Millwood Basketball, sponsored by SSM Health and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll be back on the other side.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry. Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to...
This quarter recap brought to you by First Security Bank. And First Security Bank is a proud sponsor of Millwood Falcon Broadcast. If you're looking for a bank to help you make your dreams of becoming a homeowner or business owner come true, let the professionals at First Security Bank make that dream a reality. First Security Bank is a member of FDIC, and it's African American owned. Call 405-424-4341. Back into the fourth quarter of action here where the Falcons have the ball, and Anae Atchison on the floater, and she gets it to go here for the first 2 points of the fourth quarter for the Falcons, who trail now. Go ahead.
No, just talking about Anae Atchison. I mean, she has such a great handle. I mean, it's one of her strong suits, and it gets her to the basket quite easy.
She's got speed, mobility, and quickness. And I know that what she does have because I don't have any of that.
And neither do I.
Brandy drives, kicks, and that Atchison with a one-handed shot, the one-handed right-hand floater, no good. And the rebound goes to the Rams with 7 minutes remaining in regulation, who have a comfortable lead now, 19-point lead over the
Millwood running a 3-2.
3-2 zone look here to put pressure on the rim on the outside, and it's not working as a foul is called.
And Amani Atchison is headed into the game.
Rihanna Hill's first personal foul, her third personal foul. Amani Atchison awaits. Number 20 Tees, Austin, at the line, shoots 2, makes the first. second shot is true and through. 54-33 is our score here as the Lady Rams over the Lady Falcons. Falcons moving the ball side to side outside the three-point arc. Hunt looks to deal and wheel and deal, goes in and shoots an air ball. Rebound to the Rams, who bring the ball into the front court. Settle the offense as the defense is set for the Falcons. 3-2 zone, as Coach Albert has seen enough of the deep penetration into the paint and looks to quell that as Brandy Harrod now pressures on the outside. A three-point shot, no good, followed by the Rams. It's blocked by Harrod. The floater, number 33, Magera, for two. 56-33. A 23-point deficit for the Falcons. As Anae Atchison comes down, calls her own number. The top of the key, the three-pointer is no good, and it's rebounded to the Lady Rams.
And you got to be aware for everybody for the Owasso Rams. I mean, they distribute the wealth very well.
Into the paint, number 35, Yoakley. Foul on the play, number 5, Imani Atchison. Her first personal foul, second team foul. McKenna Yoakley at the line shoots 2.
Taking it for the Rams, 2, Brianna Hill.
First shot is up and it's good. Pre-shot ritual. Second shot, soft, no good. Last touched by the Rams. It'll be Falcon basketball. And so as I watch the substitution pattern, no matter what the score is, the substitution pattern is the same. Brandy Harrod for a long 3, shoots nothing but air, and it's rebounded by the Falcons. And I'd like to see her right now give a head fake, go around somebody, get to the rim, see something positive at that point.
Right, you don't want to fall into the narrative that Owasso is trying to do to you.
Yeah, they're forcing you into those shots as the ball is turned over again by the Falcons after they took it away from the Rams. A wide open three-point shot look for the Rams, number 44, Wilson. And she's able to knock the three-pointer down. And the Falcons now trail 33-60. As this thing is getting out of hand for the Lady Falcons. And rightfully so, Coach Albert takes a timeout to rally the troops. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Millwood Basketball, sponsored by SSM Health, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll be back on the other side. Welcome back inside the arena here at Moore High School at the Douglas H. Frick Sports Complex. This timeout brought to you by A+ Lawn Services. And for the scoring recap here this quarter, the Falcons find themselves in a tremendous deficit here as they're looking to come out of this timeout and execute. That's the first thing I say when you call a timeout. OTI, one-time instruction, get it done. And the ball nearly turned over by the Falcons as Brandy Harrod looks to force the ball into the middle. Carey goes behind the back, dribbles in, passes out to Hill on the wing, and Hill knocks down the 3.
Great job by Carey getting it into the paint, dishing it back out to the open shooter. Brianna Hill knocks down her 3rd 3 of the game.
And that's got to be encouraging for Coach Albert, is when we come out of the timeout and I put you on an action plan, you execute the action plan, and it usually leads to points.
Right, it's all about execution. Nothing else matters but execution.
A long three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by the Rams and rebounded again by the Rams, who will take the ball out to the top of the key. And they're just outboarding the Falcons today. Look to push the ball into the middle. Maddie Hill all over the floor, and the official just looks at her and says, get up. Atchison, shot no good. Brandy Herrod takes it in for the bunny, no good, stays with it, and is able to knock down the putback. 60-38, the Falcons trail here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in regulation on a patient offense deployed by the Rams, who are looking to pack the ball into the middle. An entry pass from the top of the key, no good. Brandy Herrod calls for it, gets it across the timeline, boom, takes the step, goes in, shoots the scooper, doesn't go in, and a foul is called on Brandy Herrod.
Right out. She's trying to keep her composure, tries to get a quick bucket, bounces right out.
Yeah, at that point you want to just dunk it.
You really do. You want to dunk it out of frustration.
Yeah, you want to just slam it in there. Just dunk it. And I know you're saying if it could, they would. That's what I say. If I could, I would.
I should, but I'm not.
And then my retort to that is a layup and a dunk count the same points. So shoot the ugly shot off the square, half the rim, above the rim, put it in for two.
Kyrie Irving, the biggest culprit in the NBA.
Oh, yeah. Get it on the glass. Turnover by the Rams. Ane takes it in. Her sister cleans it up, though, as Ane's shot's no good. Imani's first 2 points of the game on another turnover by the Rams. And a timeout is called by the Rams, a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with them, pay some bills. I want to thank our sponsors. We'll do that on the other side. You're listening to Millwood Basketball, sponsored by SSM Health, Love's Travel Stops, and Country Stores. We'll be back.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Welcome back inside the field house here at Moore High School. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, Sunbeam Family Services, Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison's Heritage Funeral Home, David Three's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. Dwayne Doolittle, Jameis Dawson here with you for this game tonight, or this afternoon, where the Falcons now trail by 20, 60-40 here, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in a full court press. And the Falcons are still in it as the ball comes across the timeline now. Defense by Herrod, and Brandy wins the better of that as she rejects the ball and last touches it, it goes out of bounds. So I'm watching Maddie as she comes across. She's got her arm extended, holding off the defense. That's something I would watch later on.
I mean, Brandy does a great job absorbing the contact, hands up though, to get that block.
And she's very skillful when it comes to timing her block attempt. Yeah. 35 on the just McKenna Yoakley was able to just outfox the defense and get to the rim as there were several people falling and flopping. 35 again. McKenna Yoakley commits the foul against Brandy Herrod, who will go through the free throw line. Brandy's at the line to shoot two. Her third and fourth free throw attempt today. And the first one is no good. So I was talking a little bit about the flop, the players that fall down. There's, as in the officiating world, we call that's FLOP, and that stands for fools, lots of people, but not nearly the referees. Second free throw is good by Brandy Herrod. 41-62, Falcons trail here. And some of you may be tuning in thinking, well, my God, why are they even in this tournament? This is a learning experience for the Falcons.
I mean, as far as on the women's side, too, they might have had the toughest setup. I mean, you play the number 9 team today, and you play the number 7 team yesterday. Choctaw extending their undefeated streak, and Owasso, number 1 team in Tulsa, going 12-2.
I mean, but this again, this is the Millwood model. It's the Millwood model.
Yes, sir.
Go take your lumps early, learn your lessons early, get beat up by some of these teams, compete hard, and then it pays dividends when you get into the state tournament play, to district play and regionals and all of that, because you're playing players in your weight class, if you will. And it doesn't necessarily mean 6A, 3A, 2. It doesn't mean that they have all the big athletes. It just means they have more athletes to pick from. Class, their average daily attendance at Owasso, I'm sure, is something like 1,900 students, and so they have more people to choose from. Whereas Millwood's average daily attendance for the whole complex maybe around 300-400 kids,
right.
and that's inclusive of K through the entire group. And so that's the only thing when we start talking about classifications, what that means. It doesn't mean that they have all the better players, as we've got some discussion at the table, and there's going to be a technical foul assessed on someone as something is not right in the book, and we'll figure that out, find out what that is here we go forward. And as soon as we have more information, we'll pass that information along to you. But again, 6A, 2A, 3A, and the technical foul is going to be against the Owasso Rams, an administrative technical foul for something that was someone or something that was not in the book. Anae Atchison at the free throw line to shoot the bonus points, and the first shot is up and no good. So the not two particularly great night shooting free throws for the Falcons, as Anae goes for the second free throw, and it is good. "12 free throws attempted by the Falcons. They're shooting 50% from the free throw line. So that 6 points puts you at nearly 50, and this doesn't look as bad as we got a foul call on a made shot. That foul is going to be on Brandy Herrod, and I don't think that made the game better. Her 4th personal foul. And so as officials, we get into this portion of the game. Okay, the scoring disparity is what it is. On a turnover, as Amani is able to corral the ball and she goes to the rim and gets fouled. Well, we start looking at fouls that need to be called and make the game better. And that intention, or that foul I saw right there, I don't know that made the game better.
It doesn't make the game better, but Anae Atchison trying to take it up to the rack. She's kind of going ferocious. This team has kind of built some. I mean, what is it? We got a 22-point game, so it's not really attitude per se, but I mean, they get a certain attitude about them, and it's just purely attack, nothing else but attack. And you've seen that on defense.
Swag factor.
Yeah, you gotta let that swag out.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Second shot by Anae is good. And so she capitalizes on that. And so I'm not necessarily talking about fouls to the goal, but the one against Brandy that didn't do much to get the shooter open.
Right.
To add that one to the book.
Totally agree.
It's just a game interrupter. So, like, you could have had one there on an over-the-back call, a push, but we didn't have it. And now, because she pushed over the girl's back, now we're rewarding them with the basketball. And so that play needs a whistle to go the other way.
Yes, sir.
As Coach Woodward has brought in her reserves, and shot no good. Brandy Herrod across the division line, looks to wheel and deal, crosses over, looks to go in, stops, passes the ball out to Anae. Anae knocks down a 3. So Brandy had it on her mind to go all the way in. She was stopped, but Anae was right there to clean things up for her. Again, full court pressure. And some would say, why are they still pressing down as big as they are? Well, this is about building blocks. It's about getting ready for this type of competition when you're able to compete more comparably. And so that's what this is about. It's about conditioning. It's about just being there, not taking plays off. And so the Falcons are looking to do that as Anae reaches in with her hand on the ball, and an official calls a foul.
Yep. I mean, you have to respect the challenge that they're taking on, because I mean, a lot of coaches, I don't think a lot of programs are really doing that. I mean, for the players, it's tough while you're in it, but it pays dividends when you're in the big house competing for a gold ball.
Absolutely. With a losing record, you're the number 2 team in the state, and so that's been the Millwood model for years. Back when, let's see who's at the line here. Number 33 is at the line, shoots the first one, Magera. Back when Coach Spears was leading the Lady Falcons, this was the model then. When Coach Chop, the second free throw is good. That was the model then. And you never heard them say much because they were building something bigger than that moment right there, that W or that L. They were building on that. As time expires here and time runs out on the Falcons, who fall 66-47 here on this mid-afternoon game, early afternoon game here at the John Novas Invitational. And so the Falcons fall 66-47. And they will play tomorrow. We already know where they will be. We'll have that information for you here. We'll take a quick timeout, come back on the other side for the post-game sponsored by SSM Health. And we'll have all that information and be able to wrap that up for you as we get ready to go forward. You're listening to Millwood Basketball on PPBC TV, brought to you by SSM Health, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll be back in a moment.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I'm great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood Enrichment Foundation president, also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Enrichment Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal, and you have a great day.
Thank you, thank you.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
And once again, welcome back into the arena here, the John Owens Invitational Tournament, where the Millwood Lady Falcons fall 66-47 to the Owasso Lady Rams. We're at postgame, and the postgame is sponsored to you by SSM Health. The SSM Hospital is proud sponsors of Millwood basketball. Sometimes after a hard-fought game, a player needs the services of sports medical specialists, and those specialists at SSM Health hospitals have a great team to get a player back in the game from injury. And so, two games, 2 losses. We know that the Falcons will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The Lady Falcons will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Opponent to be determined here. But this is a pretty stacked field, as you alluded to earlier, that there are no easy games in this thing. These teams come in from the east, from Tulsa, to be able to compete, and they're competing well. And right now they're winning. As the Lady Rams won today, they beat the Moore Lions on yesterday. And Choctaw stands in their way, and because Choctaw is a loaded team, as we're preparing for the next game here, the Ardmore Tigers and the Putnam City Pirates, a game we will not cover. But we will talk about the player of the game, the Big Old Pork and Dreams and Super Prep player of the game, and they are the sponsors of the player of the game. Big O's has 2 locations to serve you, one in Edmond, one in Midwest City. Stop by Big O's Pork and Dreams for lunch or dinner, and Big O will make your dreams come true. So, Jamin, we talked about players of the game, the Big Old Super Prep player of the game. Why don't you tell the fans who it is?
It's got to be Brandy Harrod. 14 points, 3 blocks, couple of assists. I mean, she's the engine. We talked about it. She does it all, and she was in the starting lineup today. She gets to it early. She's handling business down low. I mean, it was a great matchup. Didn't see it a lot, her versus Maddie Hill, but, I mean, she got the best of her most of those one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, Brandy is coming along nicely here for this team. Needs a little more help from the supporting cast to be able to be significant in these moments. But those younger players in the form of Hill and the Atchison sisters and Hunt, they're going to get it together, and you'll see it start paying dividends. I promise you, you'll see it start paying dividends once they get into the tournament play, into playoffs, and those runs that you'll see them play during that time frame. So we've got to get out of here, step aside. We want to once again thank our sponsors for sponsoring our title sponsors: SSM Hill, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores, Sunbeam Family Services, Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A+ Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wings Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. I'm Dwayne Doolittle. He's Jamin Dawson. To my left is Langston Shirley, and our camera operator. We thank you for joining us. We'll be back around 5:30 for a pregame for the men who take on the Moore Lions here on the nightcap evening array or set for the John Noble's Invitational Tournament. We'll have that information, that call for you. We hope to see you back here again. You're listening to Millwood Basketball, sponsored by SSM Health, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. Our player of the game, Randy Herrod. Thank you for joining in. We'll see you next time on PPBC TV. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast, and today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I'm great, and yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood and Richmond Foundation President, also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board Vice President.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Richmond Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal. And you have a great day.
Thank you.